As-salamu Aleikum. Welcome back to another video. Today's gonna be a random day of vlogging. I actually don't have electricity. It just went out maybe 15 minutes ago. So that's why I picked up the camera and said, okay, now I have time to do something else. Because I've just been working steadily, non-stop, haven't had time for anything. So when the electricity went out, I was like, Alhamdulillah, I have a reason to not be working right now, so I have an excuse. So, yeah, so I'm taking advantage of this moment of no electricity, inshallah, and I'm gonna take the time, hopefully, to kind of reset because ever since I've come back from my trip, it's been, I don't know, I think it's been nearly a month or 3 weeks or something, and I feel like I've been on the go, 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 running around with no time ever since I've gotten back. I haven't even unpacked my suitcase, it's still sitting there. And I have been really needing and wanting a reset day. Every weekend, I tell myself, okay, on Saturday or Sunday, I'll take a day to kind of reset everything and get everything situated and organized. But every weekend, I'm just catching up with work nonstop. And so, yeah, so now when the electricity went out, I was like, okay, alhamdulillah, I have a chance now to kind of catch my breath a little bit, take a pause from work and get some other things done, inshallah. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I don't know how long the electricity is going to be out. I mean, it might just be 10 minutes and then I'll need to probably get back to work. But for now, I'm trying to take advantage of this time, inshallah. It is now, I don't know what time it is actually. I was going to look at the oven clock, but I just remembered that it's off. Okay, I just got my phone and my coffee that I was drinking before the power went out. It is 11:40 now, and I just saw actually that I got a message 10 minutes ago saying that they estimate that the power will be out for 2 hours. So I'm like, okay, I have 2 hours, inshallah, to do a reset. I think that's a good amount of time for me to kind of get organized, make a plan for myself, and take a nice break because I feel like I really need it, inshallah. I feel like I'm all over the place, but inshallah, I'm gonna get organized. So I want to kind of clean up and tidy up and get things like my surroundings organized, inshallah. I don't know how much battery I have left on this, so I'm gonna try to film things as I go about the day, inshallah, and we'll see, I guess, what we capture. But I'm gonna start off with cleaning the area up, inshallah. Okay, I just turned off the camera and the electricity beeped and came back on. But I'm still gonna continue with cleaning and getting things organized, inshallah. Hopefully I can try to get as many things as I can get done in a 1 hour. It's gonna be kind of a blast cleaning and organizing and things. Extra efficient, inshallah, so let's go. Okay, that was a really useful last 30-45 minutes, and it was good the power came back on actually because I got to throw things in the washing machine. I wasn't thinking that I couldn't use the washing machine when there was no power, so it was actually good timing. So I started a load of laundry, got the bed sheets washed, which I feel like was much needed. So I feel good getting things back in order. I need to get back to work, unfortunately, and so I'll try to do some other things a little bit later. I'll just try to get ahead of work a little bit, inshallah, and then I'll continue getting organized. That was actually really efficient. I just looked at the time. It's not even 12. Oh, I'm tapping on the wrong thing. Okay, it's not even 12:30 yet, so that was actually really efficient. That was barely half an hour of just quick, 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 go, 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 cleaning. So it was nice to kind of get a good amount of things done, especially unpacking my suitcase. I don't know why it took so long. It's not like I needed to even do laundry or anything with it. I don't know. I think I mentioned that it was all clean clothes. Like I had cleaned them before leaving, so it was just a suitcase of clean clothes. So I don't know why it took so long. But anyways, I'm gonna get to work since now I can plug in my laptop and charge it. And I think I'm gonna work here because it feels nice to be in a clean, organized space right now. So I'm gonna enjoy it here, finish my coffee, still have most of it left, and that's it. Okay, it is a little bit later, it is 5 p.m. I'm nearly done with work. I don't have too much to do, so I'm hoping that today, inshallah, will be a more relaxed night, inshallah. I have maybe just like an hour or so that I should probably get done by today, so I'll do it later tonight, inshallah. I basically pulled the sheet out of the dryer, made the bed, and then threw in the rest of the bed things, comforter and so on, into the washing machine. So I'm waiting for that to finish, and in the meantime, while I was making the bed, I was listening to a lecture. Tomorrow's Friday, so we have our Kaf Friday sessions, which is basically a session for us sisters to come together and recite Surah Al-Kahf together. So if it's the first time that you hear about it, inshallah, I'll leave the link down below if you want to join us. We basically read Surah Al-Kahf together and then look at one verse of Surah Al-Kahf and do a quick reflection over that one verse, inshallah, so that week by week, inshallah, we get to know Surah Al-Kahf a little bit better, inshallah. So we have reached verse, I think 60 or 61 at this point. 61 tomorrow we're going to be doing, and so I just need to prep a little bit for the session, to prep the tafsir of that verse and explanation of that verse. So I usually do two things. I usually read tafsir, but I also listen to lectures, and one of the ones I mainly listen to is Sha'rawi. I really enjoy his style, mashallah, Allah yarhamah. So yeah, I like listening to his different lectures, and he's basically done Surah Al-Kahf as well as other surahs and things, but he goes verse by verse. So it's really nice. So each verse is maybe takes 10 minutes or so. So I like to listen to those as well for like extra info and background. Because his explanations are very clear, and he also compares to other verses in the Quran and so on. Like this verse 61, he was comparing to a verse in Surah Yusuf, for example, because there's a word in Arabic that was used in this verse and also in a verse in Surah Yusuf. So it's nice to kind of see their relationship between like how those words were used and so on. Anyway, it's all in Arabic, Sha'rawi, so I listen to it and then I just translate it in English. So yeah, so basically I was listening to that. There's different stories in Surah Al-Kahf, right? So now we are in the story of Musa alayhi salam, so we are just starting that story. Musa has gone on this journey where he is trying to find a very knowledgeable man, where Allah inspired him or told him that there is a man who is more knowledgeable than him, and this man is at the junction of the two seas, located at the junction of the two seas. So Musa alayhi salam takes a servant that he had with him, and they go on this journey to try to find this man, and because Musa alayhi salam wants to learn from this man who is more knowledgeable than him. And it really shows dedication to learning, and also acknowledging that even as a prophet, he was not the most knowledgeable, and he was still willing to learn from someone else. And just a reminder to always be always be humble, and to always be seeking knowledge, inshallah, from those people who are more knowledgeable. And we see the dedication because Musa alayhi salam went on this journey, and even in the verse it says, وَإِذْ قَالَ مُوسَى لِفَتَاهُ لَا أَبْرَحُ حَتَّى أَبْلُغَ مَجْمَعَ الْبَحْرَيْنِ أَوْ أَمْضِيَ حُقُبًا. Like Musa says to his servant, I will not cease traveling until I reach the junction of the two seas, or I continue for a long period. And in English, we translate this word حقبة to mean a long period. But in Arabic, in the verse, there's a specific word that is used. He doesn't exactly say for a long period. He uses a specific word, which is حقبة. And it's basically a plural word of a word that is حقب. In the singular form, it's interpreted to mean either a period of 70 years or 80 years. There's a difference of opinion whether it's 70 or 80. And this is what Ash-Sha'rawi was talking about. I was listening to his lecture. So there's difference of opinion whether it's 70 or 80. But anyways, it's similar. It's a number around there. But he used the plural form of that. And in Arabic, there's singular form, there's double form, and then there's plural form, which is 3 or more. And so because he used the plural form, it's at least 3 times that number, right? So if the number is 70, if we go with the 70 number, then it's 3 times that, which is at least 210 years of traveling. If you go with the other number 80, it's at least 240 years of traveling, right? Either way, it implies a number that is over 200 plus years. And so, he specifically uses this phrasing. So not just saying like, oh, I'll travel for a long time, and a long time could be months, right? Or it could be 2 years, right? He specifically uses this word that equates to over 200 plus years. Like, I'm willing to travel for over 200 plus years to meet this person, to come into contact with this person who's more knowledgeable than me, to find this person. And so, subhanAllah, just with the phrasing, you can see the dedication that he wants to seek this knowledge and seek this person, right? There was something else that I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, I remember he gave some background about Musa alayhi salam, right? And Musa's love for Allah, and that, Allah spoke to Musa directly. And he was talking about the verse that is not in Surah Al-Kahf, it's in another surah, but about when Musa had this conversation with Allah, and how you can see Musa's love for Allah. Allah asks him, وَمَا تِلْكَ بِيَمِينِكَ يَا Musa? What is that in your right, Musa, in your right hand, Musa? And he was holding his staff, his stick. And of course, Allah already knows, right, what he is holding in his hand. Allah knows everything, right? He knows it. But he's asking him as a question, oh, what is that in your hand, Musa, in your right hand, Musa? And then Musa answers. And then you see, even in Musa's answer, he goes overboard with his answer. He doesn't just say, it is my stick. Obviously, it's my stick and that's it, full stop. But he goes like, هي عصاي, it is my stick. أتوكأ عليها, I lean upon it. And then he continues even more. وأهش بها على غنمي, and I bring down leaves for my sheep. ولي فيها مآرب أخرى, and I have therein other uses. So Musa goes overboard with his answers, right? With his answers to Allah, right? And you see in it the love of Musa for Allah, because he's trying to prolong the conversation and lengthen the conversation, right? When you are talking to someone that you love, you want to carry on the conversation with that person, right? You don't want to give a short, blunt answer and just end the conversation. You want to continue the conversation, so you elongate your answers, you add more information, you add more details, and so on. And so you see that in the conversation with Musa alayhi salam and Allah. He wants to prolong the conversation with Allah, so he is answering the question and also giving all this additional detail that he knows Allah already knows, but he's prolonging this conversation. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking that, us 5 times a day, we have a prayer, right? And that is like our moment with Allah, our conversation with Allah. And how many of us try to really elongate that conversation with Allah and try to lengthen the time that we are spending with Allah out of love for Allah, right? When we stand in prayer, are we rushing through prayer and getting it over with very quickly to just get on to the next thing? Or are we really internalizing that love and feeling that love that we have for Allah and wanting to spend more time with Allah, and therefore taking our time in prayer and prolonging those conversations and giving Allah his right in our prayers. You know, there might be people in this dunya, that in this world, that if you spend time with them, you would try to prolong that time with them, elongate that time with them, spend more time with them, because you love that person, you want to spend more time with that person, and so on, right? But do we do the same for Allah? Just as a point of reflection from this, like, Allah should be the one who we love more than anything. So that's it about this verse. If you want to join our sessions, I'll leave the link below, sisters, inshaAllah, and you can just sign up and join us weekly, inshaAllah. And even if you can't join every week, I mean, if you just join here and there, it's totally fine. There's no rules, right? Joining a few times is better than 0 times, so join as you are able, inshallah. Okay, I'm going to finish up the slides and notes for the session tomorrow, inshallah, and then move on to doing other things. Okay, I just got a package. It is some lemongrass essential oil. I have been waiting for this. This is my... oh, I feel like it leaked inside. It smells so strong because it leaked. So I think it's okay. It's just a little bit. Then I have the dropper for it. You probably have already seen my essential oil diffuser. I love having that on. I usually only leave it on for like an hour in the morning, sometimes at night, whenever I feel like it. It's pretty random. But lately, this past week, I've been doing this thing where I turn it on earlier in the day, like in the morning, and then I just leave it on until it automatically shuts off by itself when it's out of water. And it's been so nice because it really lasts most of the day. It lasts maybe 8 hours, 10 hours, I don't know, sometimes it's 10 hours later and it's still going, but it's so nice because then it just continuously smells really nice and fresh. This is my favorite scent. It is lemongrass. I don't know how to do this. It's lemongrass. Anyways, I don't think I've tried specifically this brand before, so I'm gonna see how it is. So I've been using this sweet orange one lately, and it's good, but I prefer lemongrass. I ran out of it, so I didn't have any. And basically, I'm gonna take this. Just going to unplug it, and I'm just gonna take this to the tap and fill it up all the way to the max line. Okay, I am back. It is full, and I just need to like this back in, seal it up. Oh, I don't know why I sealed it up. I didn't even put the essential oil inside. I was about to start it with nothing inside. So basically, I'm gonna get this lemongrass. There's a cap thing that is full of liquid because it leaked. I don't know what to do. Should I tip it over inside? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Bismillah. Hopefully this is a good one. Yeah, I don't need that cap, so that's it. I'm just gonna leave this here from now on. I need to wipe it down because it's oily since it leaked. See, there's an auto button, and that means it'll just keep going until it runs out of water, then it'll stop. And yeah, it usually is like maybe 8-10 hours or so, which is so nice because it's kind of like the full day. So that's it. It's so refreshing and relaxing. I think I'm going to make a quick soup. I'm feeling really hungry because I didn't eat properly today. That's my fault. But I'm thinking of just making a quick soup and having that right now, inshallah, and then going on a walk. I feel like I've changed 3 times in this video. But anyways, I got into something comfier since I'm gonna go for a walk. So this is pretty much my go-to, or one of my go-to soups when I'm feeling like a quick soup. It's basically throwing a bunch of veggies in the pot with some vegetable stock, letting it all cook, just salt, pepper, and then blending it all up once it's cooked. And it's a nice thick soup, and that is it basically. So I have potatoes, carrots, onions. I think I've showed this before here even because it's like my go-to quick soup. And I usually do peppers. I like it with peppers. So peppers, carrots, potatoes, onions, and garlic are usually my go-to things, but I don't have pepper and I don't have garlic. So we're just gonna do these 3 and hopefully it still turns out good, inshallah. So I'm just gonna put olive oil in the pot over there and then add in the vegetables, saute it a little bit, and then add vegetable stock, and that's okay. It has been about 10-15 minutes and it's all cooked, so I'm just going to blend it up real quickly and that's it. It is such an easy and quick recipe, and it's also a good way to make use of vegetables that you have. If vegetables are about to go bad or something, just throw all the vegetables that you have into a pot and just make a soup, and it is so comforting. So I'm gonna enjoy this and then go on a walk, inshallah.